Hello, I'm Candace Dunkley with SAS Class Media. We're here at the Borough of Manhattan Community College where students from New York Students Rising are protesting a variety of issues here today. Right now we're here with Julieta Salgado, and she's going to explain to us a little bit more of what is going on today. Hi Julieta, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I just want to ask you, what is the name of this protest and campaign that's going on right now?
Sure. The name of the event is called Get Ready to Graduate, and it's pretty much highlighting the different opportunities that await us outside of graduation. So it's presenting the world, or at least the city that we're graduating into. So, for example, the opportunity to go to war and be recruited, the opportunity to go to jail, the opportunity to be homeless, the opportunity to be deported. And we're just highlighting all these different scenarios and opportunities that are being granted to us that are, of course, not what we want and not what we struggle towards.
Do you feel that with that there is a lack of positive opportunities?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's almost a little cynical when you say get ready to graduate into deportation. You know, that's and the reason for that is because there aren't enough positive opportunities awaiting us. There isn't a sort of like variety of things just waiting for us out there. It's not like there's all these jobs. If you're an artist, if you're a creative person, there's not really an opportunity for you out there, which is, I guess, what I'm concerned with because I'm an artist.
Now, where exactly do you go to school?
I go to school at Brooklyn College. So this is, in solidarity with other CUNY people. We're all in the same struggle. We're all affected by the same things, essentially because we're a public institution. And because of that, we experience very specific sort of cuts and very specific results because of that.
Now, what do you say to people that will say to you, CUNY schools, they're some of the least expensive schools. So why exactly are you guys protesting when there are people that are paying a lot more here?
That's a really great question. I think that's a question to ask anybody. And I invite people to really let go of that rhetoric of merit and privilege and say, well, you have it better because this is more inaccessible. The truth is that it should be accessible for everyone. It shouldn't be based on the merit of money or how you can access education, but rather like the merits of your intellect, of the work that you do, of what you have to bring to the table, to academia, to society. But that's not the framework that we're working under. We're working under a framework that requires money. And the reason why CUNY students have, I would say, their own particular struggle, even though I believe all students in the world have struggles, because education is always under attack anywhere. But particularly for CUNY, our struggle has to do with the fact that, yes, we are a public institution. We're one of the more affordable schools in the city, but we're becoming increasingly unaffordable. This past November, I don't know if you recall Baruch College, but there was a demonstration there where students were brutalized. So another thing that we're addressing is police brutality and surveillance. We're being watched right now. But the reason we were protesting there is because they established SUNY 2020, which raises our tuition $300 a year for the next 5 years in CUNY and SUNY schools alike. So that whole rhetoric, once again, of like, well, this is more affordable. Well, actually, it's not. And more people are dropping out or not even considering college as an option because of this tuition hike.
So now you mentioned police brutality. Just talk to us a little bit about the resistance that you guys have experienced in trying to protest.
Sure. As I mentioned before, Baruch College, I think, was my first experience with police brutality within a CUNY school, and it just opened my eyes to just how deeply entrenched NYPD is in the public school sphere, and so that's something to consider too. That's a conversation to have. Like, what role does the NYPD play in our upbringing and our cultivation and our sense of security? Because the moment we vocalize discontent, in I believe a positive manner, in a nonviolent manner, we are addressed with violence. Recently, on May 2nd at Brooklyn College, me and my friends with the student union had a demonstration, and we experienced police brutality.
Like what? What did you experience?
They were shoving and pushing us. They were extremely aggressive. A teacher got hurt by one of the guards, and she resigned actually because of the experience. A friend who is disabled, whose feet were fractured at Baruch because of the police brutality, had her cane thrown. And then my friend Eric and I were both arrested. And we, at least in my case, I just laid down and went limp, and this was an excuse for them to arrest me and hurt me and detain me for up to 21 hours.
Now, with the protests, when people are protesting, they usually have to acquire a permit in order to protest. Did you guys, in fact, acquire a permit?
No, we did not. We actually didn't take the streets. We didn't go in the streets and have a march, which would require a permit. We didn't necessarily ask administration, but at the same time, the activity that we were involved in was extremely open and public in the sense that we advertised it, we talked to faculty about it, and had faculty support us. We had the PSC, the union, the teachers union at CUNY, supporting us. So it wasn't a hidden thing that we felt necessitated a certain permission. We were exercising our right to speak. We were doing so loudly. We were maybe being disruptive, yes, because that was what we needed to say, and that's how we needed to say it. And we didn't think we required necessarily permission, although we were open and inviting about it to our own administration.
So you guys are here protesting today. What is the end goal? What are you guys trying to achieve from protesting?
That's a good question. I think for me, I can only speak for myself. I want to reach out to more people and engage in dialogues that aren't occurring, and building bridges between different struggles. Because the moment you take 5 minutes to speak with anyone here, you realize that we all have some common ground, but at the same time it branches out into so many other different struggles. And so for me, it's important to address the larger picture and build community. Is deportation unrelated to NYPD surveillance, to poverty, to racism, to sexism? Is it related? I believe so. And so that's my personal end goal, is to just address all these different marginal things that are happening to all of us. We're a community.
One last question.
Sure.
While you're guys protesting, I know you're upset about the increase of tuition. What do you have to say to people that are saying, well, this increase is going to benefit you guys, it's going to your education, and if they take away the money that they're putting in, your education will suffer also?
I would say check your privilege.
Well, thank you so much for everything. Once again, we're here at the Borough of Manhattan Community College, and we are talking to students about why they are protesting. The students here are from organizing under an organization called New York Students Rising. We'll have more information for you. Thank you.